Good evening, my friends. Tonight, I want to share a poem with you that I wrote yesterday after reading a Twitter thread by Rabbi Danya Ruttenberg, in which she talked about Jewish law and how she sees its usefulness in orienting the person who practices certain aspects of Jewish law to the divine throughout their day. So I'm going to start out by reading a little bit of that Twitter thread to you. Rabbi Ruttenberg says, if you do all the stuff of Jewish law, blessings before and after you eat, because the food isn't ours, it's a gift, blessings in prayer, blessings before doing other things, etc., you say 100 blessings a day. Think about how much time that is spent blessing, orienting ourselves towards God. Think about how that can impact a person. And I did a little research on these 100 blessings that some Jewish folks pray daily. And those blessings are everything from some, standard morning, afternoon, evening blessings. And then there's other little blessings for when you wash your hands, for when you use the bathroom, a blessing for when you're about to smell spices, or a sort of sigh of relief when you escape danger. Blessings for when you receive good news or bad news. I have some transgender friends who are Jewish who have a special blessing they use whenever they're about to give themselves an injection of testosterone or take their estrogen pills, which I think I might emulate because doing those injections is always kind of scary. I think centering myself in a way that brings the divine into it would be very helpful. So, yeah, here's a little bit more of the thread from Rabbi Ruttenberg. She says, Jewish law is meant to impact just about every aspect of our lives, but not in a harsh or limiting way, in a things matter and have consequences sort of way, in a here are more opportunities to connect with the holy sort of way. You know how contemporary mindfulness language says you should strive to be fully present when you're doing the dishes and chopping the carrots and walking to work? Well, here's a quote from Deuteronomy. You shall love God, your God, with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and make them frontlets between your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Jewish law encircles our lives. It encourages us to strive for that connection. So I read all that yesterday morning, and it definitely sort of impacted how I spent my day yesterday because, while I am not Jewish and I don't want to appropriate anything, I think it's a beautiful thing that they have. This tradition they have is worth emulating and honoring. So I was throughout the day, as I did my, my little everyday mundane tasks, I tried to bring God into it, right? And to say a blessing to God. Because it is God who enables me to do small things like brushing my teeth or feeding my cat. And so when I went to prepare my tea yesterday morning, my thanksgiving that I prayed to God as I did so became a poem. And that's what I want to read to y'all today. Preparing tea is its own kind of prayer, one that the heat and water pray for you. The kettle's keening, laughter bubbling up, the steady sigh of water as it folds into the cup. See the steam raise its arms to embrace the sunlight peering through the kitchen window. Those swaying arms enact a psalm of praise, clear as voice or timbrel or clapping trees of the field. See how the water blushes, rich and brown, as the sachet swirls within. Likewise are we changed and saturated through with spirit when we open to her dance. Each mundane task, each daily chore or act overflows with blessing. The whole world thrums with gratitude for God, who permeates the stream, the steam, the sunbeam's heat, who is with the leaves when they unfurls from the twig to taste the pulse of the earth, its breath and light, who is with them when a hand reached up and plucked, and who is with them still as they swirl within the cup. So that's my poem. And just to close, I want to uh, say with you one of the small blessings from our Jewish neighbors that they say at nighttime. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who closes my eyes in sleep, my eyelids in slumber. Good night, all.